Okay, so I wanted to show you guys what this actually looks like when I unboxed it. Clearly, I've opened this one before, but I put it back. I took this out of the case so you can see exactly what it looks like when it gets unboxed. And I wanted to show you guys exactly how these attach, because there's still an unused set in here. There's an unused D-pad in here too. Plus, that way you can see what the other D-pad looks like. I'll demonstrate what they look like over the buttons and putting them on this Switch in the Skull&Co grip that I have not done anything yet to the Joy-Cons.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I want to do something a little different and talk about my favorite grip for the Nintendo Switch of all time. This is for the Switch Lite. I see YouTube videos all the time for the Satisfy grip. I've tried that grip. It's a fantastic grip. It has the asymmetrical handles, so if you have larger hands, it can be really good for games that need both analog sticks. Instead of, if you're using the right analog stick more than the buttons, Satisfy grip might be the way to go for you. I don't want to knock that grip at all, but I can't, after trying this, I could never ever use the Satisfy grip. This is my go-to grip. I like it even when I need to use the right analog stick more, and I'm going to show you why. Now, I made this video specifically because I bought a brand new edition of the grip, which is specifically made for the Animal Crossing Switch. Now, on this Switch right here, I have the original Skull&Co grip. You can see it's just normally a black, and right here, this is why I love it so much. Now your Switch just pops in and out of the grip, just like that. And these pop out, and it gives you 3 different sizes. And obviously they're individual. So if I wanted a really big one on this side so I could reach that stick, I could use a really big one over here and then a really skinny one over here. So I can make it asymmetrical just like the Satisfy, but unlike the Satisfy, I can customize it to exactly how I want it. Now, I really like it with these big fat grips in place. Now, when I got this, I had a Switch with the gray Joy-Cons. The box is over here. You can't really see it in the shot, but they make these to match every color, and they do it when a special edition Switch comes out as well. So when I got my Pokemon Switch Lite, I got a clear Satisfy grip because I thought this was so beautiful. I wanted to still be able to see the colors, and I got it with the matching grips, the blue and magenta for Zamazenta and Zacian. Now this is the second form. Those were like the fat round grips. These are the trigger grips, and actually on the Switch Lite, I like the trigger grips. I like to rest my hands right here and play. The Switch Lite is a smaller factor, has a smaller form factor, and for some reason I just like the way the trigger grips feel better on this. And as you can see, that pops right out. It's just a clear case, and these slide on and off. You can even, with the Skull&Co grip for the Switch Lite, I'm trying to remember which way these slide. It's that way, right? There we go. You can even do it with no grips, but they even have just very basic ones. It's like almost nothing. But I'm not going to show you all 3 grip styles for the Switch Lite and the regular Switch. Well, I'm going to show you for the regular Switch, but I'm going to show you in the Animal Crossing one. And what I thought was absolutely amazing that they did for the Animal Crossing one, you can see the Joy-Cons do not have their normal black buttons. This actually came with, and you can see right here on the box, it comes with covers for both analog sticks, and it gives you 3 different kinds: concave, convex, and then just like a very thin one. So normally they are convex, the Joy-Cons. I like that concave feel, the little indent. So I put those ones on. And then it gives you 2 sets of covers for the buttons. So if you wanted to do this on a second Switch, it gives you 2 sets of buttons, 3 sets of these, and then it gives you multiple D-pads to choose from. And I kind of put this on just as an experiment, and it ended up being the best D-pad I've ever used on a Joy-Con. Better than the Hori controller, better than like those custom Joy-Cons. And it doesn't look like it would be that good, but it is. And I don't really normally think of this controller for the D-pad, but it hit me exactly what this feels like, and that is the D-pad on the Xbox One controller. It feels like exactly the same. I know that this, like, it doesn't look exactly the same size, but it feels exactly the same. Now, the Xbox One non-elite controller isn't the best D-pad in the world. I would say the PlayStation one's probably better, but this is very usable, and that's what this becomes when you put this cover on, which is crazy. So let me show you what exactly you get when you open this up. Now, if I want to remove these, I can easily just peel off the analog covers at any time I want. This, I would just pluck off and it would pop off, and it's being held on there basically by really thin double-sided tape. And that tape, you take an alcohol pad and just gently rub it, and it will completely dissolve off, so it does not damage your Joy-Cons long term. I don't even think you need alcohol. I think it's just like, it tells you exactly what to use so you don't damage the Joy-Con itself, but you just gently rub and it just dissolves completely, and you're left with your clean Joy-Con. So I only did this as an experiment, but I love the way it turned out. I love the way it looks, and those colors on the back. Now, if you look close, they don't quite match, which I was a little disappointed about, but I thought it looked so great. I really wasn't upset about that, to be honest. So you can see it pops right out. That's probably a better look to compare how the colors are. This looks a little darker than this, and I don't know if that's because they were going by the box art, they didn't have a Switch to test with, because the Switch Lite, these you can see are exact. These match the great Joy-Cons, and as far as I can tell, I don't have this in person, but on the website it looked like, you know, all the other colors, the purple and orange, the blue and red, they all look like they match perfect. You can get any color you want. So let's open this box so I can show you guys exactly what's inside.
Okay, so I wanted to show you guys what this actually looks like when I unboxed it. Clearly, I've opened this one before, but I put it back. I took this out of the case so you can see exactly what it looks like when it gets unboxed. And I wanted to show you guys exactly how these attach, because there's still an unused set in here, and there's an unused D-pad in here too. Plus, that way you can see what the other D-pad looks like. I'll demonstrate what they look like over the buttons and putting them on this Switch in the Skull&Co grip that I have not done anything yet to the Joy-Cons. So, right when you open this up, beautiful packaging. I could tell right away I was going to love this thing. But when you open it up, right away, you see what it looks like inside the grip. This is just a foam cutout, and it has the directions displayed nicely on there, how to put your Switch in the grip case, and also how to change out the grips. So if you just pull this out, you'll see it's just a piece of foam with a piece of cardboard on it. Kept it, and then to change these out, you just squeeze the two grips, and it pops right out. You can see I have these fat ones on there, but right when you pull it out underneath, there's the other four grips. So you have these ones right here, which are like the super skinny ones. So if you want there to be like barely anything there, right, so it would be like this, you would hold it like this. And then there are these right here, which are like what I have on my Switch Lite. They're like the bullet grips. And that's what I have on my Switch Lite, if you look right here. Obviously these are a little different because the Switch Lite is a different size, but it still has that like extra spot for you to put your finger. That's what these do. And like I said, this feels really nice. I actually, on this one, I used those grips for a really long time. On the Switch Lite, I actually let my middle finger rest on those, kind of like that. And so I still have this finger for the R1 and R2, and that feels really, really nice. So you could have a matching set using both the bullet grips, using both the trigger grips, just like that, or you could mix and match, and you could have a fat one plus a blue bullet grip. You could have a fat one on the right side so you can reach that analog stick, and then a skinny one on the left side. You can do it however you want. Like I said, I really, really love just having both the fat ones on. That feels really, really nice to me. You're going to just pop your Switch in, and you're good to go. It really looks absolutely gorgeous. Now, the other Skull & Co grips did not have this D-pad option, so I don't know. I really don't know if this is something that's exclusive to the Animal Crossing one, or if Skull & Co is going to start adding this to their others. But in my opinion, it's really a game changer. So right here, you can see this has all of the analog grip covers. And again, you can mix and match with these. It has these two, which actually give you like a little extra nub on top of the analog trigger. And I tried these, I actually like these quite a bit. And then this, which just basically just makes them bigger because it's the same exact kind of cover as the black. So it's literally the same exact feeling and just gives you a white cover. So if you just want a different color, these are the ones to use. But if you want to try a different feeling, these ones are definitely feel really nice. I like them. But again, both of these are convex. And I just really, really love that. See how it's indented? See that's indented right there? I just love that concave feeling. This is actually a really nice shot. So you can see the D-pad right there. This D-pad, it's just crazy to me how much it feels like an Xbox D-pad. Then you can see the other trigger. And those 4 buttons, just so nice. So let me show you guys how the buttons work next. These obviously, you just peel them back and just pull them right over your Joy-Con. Super easy to take on and off. And again, here's that Xbox D-pad. You can tell, even by the way that sounds, that it honestly sounds very similar to this. It just has the same feel. So if you don't mind that D-pad, this might be the way to go for you. So like I said, it came with 2 sets of 4 of these buttons. They come just like this. They just look like little pieces of candy. And I'm really sorry that my hands look so clammy. That would be my cystic fibrosis. I also have clubbed fingers. That's all due to my cystic fibrosis. So sorry about that. Hope it doesn't gross you guys out too much. So these are the little pieces of tape. And what you do is you pop this out, and it's a very thin piece of tape, and you put it right on the button, and then you unpeel the other side. So it's like double-sided tape almost, but you can tell these are very little, and you can tell how they would rub right off. You know, it's just such a tiny thing. And then you take the button after you've put the sticker on, and you just center it right over your button, and you just push the button and hold it down. And then obviously this is gonna peel off, but with the tape there, it just stays into place. And that's how I got it all to stay down on my blue Joy-Con. Now, for the D-pad, you actually do the same exact thing, except, so you put 4 stickies on the D-pad, and then it gives you a little thing that kind of centers this, that you put in the center, and then you do the same thing. You just hold it down there and it sticks. Now this is the D-pad I chose to use, but I almost chose this one, and this is more like the Xbox Elite controller. And I put it on my D-pad, and it felt pretty good. It honestly still does. Like, now I remember how this felt. It feels really good. Obviously, if it was stuck down there, it would just be like on there solidly. I might have to try this one out at some point, but I just, honestly, I put this one on and I fell in love with it so much. I intended on trying this one second, but I just love that one so much I didn't want to take it off. But yeah, you put all 4 down, and you can see on the other side of this, it has a place for each of those buttons, and it tells you which one goes on which arrow, so it has a perfect way it's supposed to go on. And then yeah, that's exactly what I did with this. I did this probably 2-3 weeks ago. It's not going anywhere. It's staying on there. So it's actually really, really high quality. And there's instructions on here, both on how to put the D-pad on, how to put the buttons on. Very thorough, tells you everything you need to know. But it's really, really not that hard at all. So now I'm gonna put everything back how it came. This is a box I wanna keep, obviously, because it's great for storing all the little parts. I have all the different grips for this one and for my Pokemon one in some actual cases. And what's awesome about Skull&Co is I already have the Skull&Co case, but when you buy these, which this case is like $20, I think, and it comes with everything. It comes with all 3 pairs, everything you want. It comes with a D-pad, all these buttons, 20 bucks. If you want a case that will actually hold your Switch and fit it with the grips on and hold all the other grips plus a charger and like 10 game slots, it's like an additional 20 bucks. So 40 bucks, you get a really strong case plus the actual Skull and Grip case itself. And this is my 3rd one. So I bought this one with the case. I bought my Switch Lite one with the case, and I have other Switch cases, so I didn't need a 3rd Skull&Co case. So I just bought the grip this time for this one, but I'll show you guys the case too, just so you can see. So this is the Switch Lite case, and I actually don't have my extra grip stored in here. I have them stored in a box somewhere else, but you can see it has these divots right in here that this fits right in. And then underneath this pouch, you can put the extra grips, or you can put a game case and chargers. There's also slots for games all along here. But yeah, it fits right in there, closes, flush. It looks awesome, and it's really hard, really high quality. This is the kind of case I would want to buy for it anyways. It's really, really nice to have it fit the Skull&Co grip. Now this was my first ever Skull&Co grace. This is for the fat Switch, I guess, or the original Switch. Still really, really hard. Has even more room, obviously, than the Switch Lite case. I took the grips out of here again. What's nice about the big Switch case is that this part actually folds and can fit in these little rivets that it has right here. And what that basically is for is to, if you want to play your Switch propped up, you can do that. That's what it's for, to play it propped up. So if I whipped out this controller I just got for 20 bucks from GameStop used, I could just play my Switch right there. I just realized though, it's hooked up to this Switch. So yeah, we'll do that. It's not extra at all. Maybe play a little Animal Crossing? No, not right now. So whichever Switch I'm taking, this is the case I'm going to be using with it. Just push this down, put it in here. Like I said, put a charger, more grips or more games, whatever I want. And boom. Has the skulls on the zipper right there. And right here as well. And I do just want to show you guys how nicely the charger in some games fit right in this case. So 1 second while I show you that. So this game case that I have that I got for like $5 off like Amazon fits just so nicely right over here. And then just roll up the charger and stick that right over here. Pull this down, and even though this comes out a bit, there's still plenty of room, and this goes up. So that still fits beautifully. And You know, if you just put the games in these slots, then you don't need to bring all this. Maybe there's just like 10 cartridges you want to bring. You can easily bring another pair of Joy-Cons. So same setup.
So that pretty much does it for the Skull & Co grip, the amazing D-pad that the new Animal Crossing one at least comes with, and you know why I think this is the way to go, and my personal favorite grip over the Satisfy gaming grip. I hope you guys found this video either entertaining or more importantly useful. Hopefully both was definitely the goal. So let me know in the comments what you think of this grip, or if you prefer the Satisfy grip, or maybe there's another grip I don't even know about that you guys need to tell me about. So let me know. I look forward to reading all your comments. Smash the like button, hit subscribe if you want more content like this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.